Opening a business checking account at the same place you bank personally may not be the best option for your business. So, what are the best business checking accounts for small businesses? Let's find out. Hey, Karan from Life Accounting here, and today I'm going to save you both the time and the trouble from figuring out what the best business checking account is. That's right, I've compiled a checking account for literally every type of business here. New business owners, seasoned business owners, owners with bad credit, you name it, I'll be discussing it. In fact, I'll be breaking my list into categories so you can find the perfect business checking account for your needs and walk through the pros and the cons of each one. Ready to get started? Before we do, go ahead and hit that like button for me as it helps other business owners find this video on YouTube, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. And if you have any questions at all, or maybe you just want to say thank you, be sure to leave a comment below. So before we look at the top checking accounts, let me first tell you what you should be looking for in a small business checking account. Some of these will be common and others you may not have thought about yet. But the key here is to look out for your specific needs. Consider the following account characteristics before choosing your business checking or savings account. First up, sign-up bonuses. You see, some banks have one-time cash bonuses you can qualify for when you open a business checking account. Next is high transaction limits. That's a limit on the amount of transactions you can perform. Then we have excess transaction fees, which is a fee for transactions made above the monthly max. Next is transfer limits, which is a limit on the amount of transfers that can be made out of the account per day or per transfer. And you can't forget about the wire limits and costs, which is a limit on the amount of wire transfers that can be made per day or per wire and the cost to do so. Then you have a daily balance requirement, which is a minimum balance requirement before monthly fees are charged. Then we have ATM access, which is the availability of ATMs you can access and the fees, if any, to do so. Then there's interest, right? Interest provided for balances within the account. Then nearby branches, accessibility to walk into a branch if needed. All right, let's get into the categories. Our first category is new or startup businesses. And my top picks are NBKC, Bluevine, and Mercury Business Checking Accounts. You see, each of these banks have their own pros and cons that we'll talk about in a second. But I like these three for new and startup businesses because they are low cost and low maintenance, with no monthly fees, no minimum opening deposits, no minimum balance requirements, and are online banks. So enough of that, now on to the banks. So the NBKC Business Checking Account is a checking account that packs a ton of pros for the great price of $0. As mentioned above, there are no monthly account fees, no minimum balance requirements, and no opening deposit requirements. Additionally, there are zero incidental fees, which means zero overdraft fees, zero stop payment fees, and zero fees for incoming wires. But with all the mention of zero, they have unlimited transactions. So you can make as many transactions as you would like to without incurring a fee. And they reimburse you up to $12 per month in ATM fees. Now, the NBKC checking account is great, but not perfect. So here are the cons of the NBKC checking account. First, they do not have branches outside of Kansas, and their international wire transfer fees are pretty darn high. But the biggest con, in my opinion, is that they do not integrate with third-party business tools like Stripe or QuickBooks. Even so, NBKC Business Checking is a great option for those who prioritize low fees over integrations. Next in this category is Bluevine Business Checking. Bluevine Business Checking is a special and rare case in this category for two main reasons. Yes, they offer no minimum deposits or balance, no monthly service fees, no fees for non-sufficient funds, and unlimited transactions. But Bluevine shines because they offer 1% interest on account balances up to $100,000. The ability to earn interest on your balance is a rarity for this type of business checking account. And you know what's also rare for online banks? The ability to deposit cash, which you can do with the Bluevine checking account. So where does the Bluevine business checking account lack? Well, Bluevine is an online only business checking account, which means you won't have access to any physical branches. And while they do offer the ability to deposit cash, there is a $4.95 fee to do so. And the biggest con I see with Bluevine is that there can only be one user on the account and only one debit card can be issued, which means if you are in a partnership, this may be an issue for you. But with that said, your Bluevine business checking account is great for those who do not need multiple cards, might need to deposit cash, and would like to earn interest on their account balance. Now, at the moment, Bluevine has paused taking applications for their business checking account due to such high demand, but you can still sign up for the waitlist on their site. Now, the last business checking account in this category is the Mercury business checking account. The Mercury checking account is another online only checking account with no monthly fees, transaction fees, or minimum open deposit. Oh, and unlimited transactions, but additional benefits as well. And that's because Mercury provides both a checking and a savings account, allows you to send and receive online payments, create virtual debit card, and customize your banking. And if that wasn't enough, they also offer third-party integrations and multiple debit cards, unlike previously mentioned options. So all of that is fine and dandy, but what are the cons of the Mercury business checking account? Well, sole proprietors are not eligible for the account, and there's no ability to deposit cash. But if you're not a sole proprietor and likely don't need to deposit cash, then the Mercury business checking account is a standout checking account for small businesses. Now, our next category is bad credit, and my top picks are Radius and BBVA. If you have bad credit, you may have found that getting a business checking account can be difficult. While it may be difficult, I'm here to tell you that it's not impossible, especially with the options I'm going to share with you today. For those with bad credit, your best bet at a business checking account is to look for what are called second chance banks. You see, second chance banks typically don't use ChexSystem, which is a reporting agency used to track checking and savings account usage in the United States. If you ever open a business account in the US, you have a ChexSystems report. Nonetheless, let's get into the best banks you could try without a ChexSystems report. First up is the Radius Tailored Business Checking Account. The Radius Tailored Business Checking Account is an online account that offers unlimited monthly transactions, unlimited free cash deposits, and unlimited fee reimbursements at ATMs. In addition, you could also earn unlimited 1% cash back on debit card purchases and unlimited 1.5% cash back on categories that change every so often. When I think about it, this is a pretty great offering, though the Radius Tailored Business Checking Account does have its shortcomings. Like, there is a monthly fee of $10 for accounts under an average monthly balance of $5,000. There's fees for wiring money, and there's a $25 incidental fee for things such as stop payments and non-sufficient funds. Next up in this category is BBVA Compass Clear Connect for business checking. The BBVA Compass Clear Connect for business checking offers free online banking, has no monthly fee if you opt in for electronic statements, unlimited free digital transactions, and no fees for using the ATMs at participating 7-Elevens. Note that with this account, there's a minimum opening deposit of $100 and an in-branch withdrawal limit of $5 before it's $1 per transaction, and a cash deposit limit of $5,000 per month. Additionally, only sole proprietors can apply online. All other business types will have to go to a branch to open an account. Now, say Radius or BBVA doesn't work for you. You can also try credit unions near you or the following second chance bank offerings like Woodforest National Bank and Northwoods Business Banking. Now, let's look at my top pick for established businesses, which is Chase Bank. Larger, more established businesses tend to need a few more options, such as additional checking accounts and higher limits on wires and cash deposits when it comes to their business checking needs. And they typically have the cash on hand to waive any monthly fees that come with those extra perks. Now, my top pick in this category is the Chase Business Complete Banking Account. The Chase Business Complete Banking Account boasts same-day deposits, integrated credit card processing, unlimited electronic deposits, no minimum opening deposits, and a $300 sign-up bonus with qualifying transactions. Oh, and they have over 4,700 branches to choose from. Now, there is a $15 monthly service fee with several ways to waive it, such as a $2,000 minimum daily balance. They also have a $5,000 limit on cash deposits per month and a monthly limit of $20 for physical transactions allowed per month. Overall, this account is best for growing businesses who do not need to make large and frequent monthly teller deposits. Now, those are my top picks for business checking accounts. Now, let's discuss how to open a business checking account. Whether you decide to apply online or in person, here are the most common items needed to open an account. You're going to need your business legal name as it appears on your business license, your business employee identification number, also called your EIN, your business address, your business phone number, and your business email address. In addition, you're going to need government issue ID for all owners, such as a driver's license or a passport. You may also be asked for ownership documents, such as partnerships agreements for partners, articles of organization for LLCs, or articles of incorporation for corporations. Well, there you have it, the best business checking account. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button for me. It helps others find this video on YouTube. And subscribe to the channel for more videos that help you grow your business. I'm Karan from Life Accounting. Until next time.